Introduction by Kenneth Sanderfer. As Sue mentioned, this book came together as a result of many conversations over quite a long period of time. Participating with Sue in writing it stretched and challenged me. Sue is a world-renowned couple therapist and researcher and a master of asking hard questions and seeking clarity. As we sat together around her table in Ottawa, I did my best to answer her questions. I became immediately aware of my own contradictions and sometimes less than clear answers. Our conversations caused me to revisit my beliefs at multiple levels. I feel honored to be on this spiritual journey with Sue and to be her partner in this project. The main reason for this revision of the incredible book, Hold Me Tight, is the passion that Sue and I share for helping couples, all couples. As a Christian, I feel a deep calling toward helping couples of faith find the love they were created to experience, with God and with each other. It would be difficult to find an institution more committed than the Church to the task of reconciliation and the restoration of loving relationships. Unfortunately, the divorce statistics indicate that as a faith community, we have a lot of room for improvement. Just like other couples, we Christians struggle greatly in our marriages. I don't think there has ever been a time in our society when the challenges to long-term relationships have been so great. When I began using EFT in my counseling practice, I easily saw the applications for Christian couples, and yet I could also see the need for a book that clearly spoke the language of the Christian faith, a vernacular that people of faith would easily understand, and that would broaden the application of attachment theory to our relationship with God. I'll never forget the first time I was introduced to EFT. I remember saying to myself, this just makes sense. I've heard the same sentiment expressed 1,000 times by both counselors and clients as they experience EFT for the first time. As a practitioner, I began to see incredible changes in my couples in therapy sessions. This is not surprising. There is a body of sound research to support EFT. But what I wasn't expecting was the impact EFT would have on me personally. It gave me a new map for guiding me in my relationship with God and others. EFT changed how I saw and interacted with the ones I loved most, friends, family, and God. It is a therapy that builds loving connection and really gets to the heart of the matter. And for the Christian, at the heart of love is God. The scriptures are clear that God is love, and He wants more than anything to have an intimate relationship with us, both individually and as couples. EFT helped me make sense of the deeper places of my being, the places where only God prevails and dwells. I don't believe the Bible was ever intended to be a marriage book, but it is a beautiful love story, a story about a God in pursuit of His bride. We are the bride of Christ. God created us to have a relationship with Him and with others. God's very nature is relational, and we see this in the relationship of the Trinity, Father, Son, and Spirit. The Father gave His all to the Son, and the Son gave Himself to the Father. The Bible says we were created in His image, and that God has created us as relational beings. Our relationship with God is essential to how we connect with others, and our view of God is influenced by our lifelong interactions with others. The person who most influenced my view of God was my great-aunt and caregiver, Auntie. Auntie lived in a small run-down garage apartment in town and depended on a small grove of pecan trees for most of her existence. I have vivid memories of working long, hard hours with her in her vegetable garden, the black gumbo soil of southeast Texas burning my bare feet. She rested only long enough to make lye soap in a black washpot on an open fire in the shade. It was amazing to me that anyone could be so poor and yet so happy. She refused government assistance. Too much Texas pride for that. She had her faith, and that sustained her through thick and thin. It was my relationship with Auntie that forever formed my image of God.